Welcome everyone to Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter, Lords of Chaos. Blah.
Chaos.
Yes.
Yes.
So, we're actually going to be doing some D&D, like in the D&D channel of Twitch. It's crazy, I know.
Yep.
With our own take on it, like it's a sort of evil campaign. It's certainly roguish. And there's been some, a risque thing or two.
Warning, some of the events that might happen might not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Unfortunately, we are not joined by Jason yet. He may show up later, which will throw me into a tizzy as I attempt to adjust a bunch of screen elements once he does. How is everybody?
Oh man, doing great. Love this weekend. Had
Awesome.
a good Thanksgiving. Everything ready for Christmas.
Excellent.
Nice. Yeah, Christmas is 22 days away.
No pressure.
Yeah,
No pressure.
I wish I could say that I was even remotely ready.
That's not where I should have searched for that. I am just looking for... I'm doing okay, except that I've forgotten almost everything about my character, so...
Well, there's that.
I have Elven Chain. How does that work?
Oh, the Elven Chainmail? Yeah. Sweet. And don't forget,
Okay.
Chris has the Boots of Elven Kind, right?
Yep.
The ones that give you advantage to sneak, I guess, or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Silent move, or...
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is a chain shirt that gives you a +1 AC.
Yeah.
And you can perceive it even if you don't have medium armor.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So that's... that actually gives me quite an impressive armor class.
Yeah.
If I'm reading that correctly. I think that gives me a... Because a chain shirt regularly is 13 plus dex. So that'll be 14 plus dex. My dex is 2, so 16.
Well, no, because you can wear the chainmail, and chainmail is a higher armor class because it makes it light, right? Because isn't Elven chainmail chainmail?
I'm looking at the description on the SRD,
Mm-hmm.
and it describes it as armor chain shirt.
Oh, okay. Maybe they did different then.
Yeah.
Oh well, yes, that's what it says.
All right, I will go with it.
Yeah, what's great about Roll20 is it kind of gives you the items and everything on here is pretty awesome.
Yes. It's not bad. I'm still trying to work out where to write notes and stuff.
So it looks like maybe I didn't choose what kind of ancestor or draconic bloodline, or I don't see it marked. I think there's like the whole feet section is seems to be unmarked. I don't know why. May have lost that data at some point, or maybe I never filled it in and I'm confused about that now. Anyway.
Yeah, if you look at the if you go to the eye on Roll20 Compendium and go to Elven Chain, it says your AC is a +1 bonus to AC while you wear this armor. You're considered proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
Right.
It is actual chainmail.
Okay.
So it is medium armor, but even though you're not proficient with it, you can wear it.
Okay.
And it's medium armor, weight is 20, AC is, I believe, a 13, it says? Or, I don't know, whatever chain.
If I'm looking in the actual player's handbook now, Okay,
Yeah.
Let me look on the thing here too.
Yeah, it's in the player's handbook, Elven Chain. Or Elven Chain, it's called, I guess.
I should search for Elven. In my day,
Back in my day.
it was easier to figure out how armor class worked.
Oh, you be bringing up.
The lower it was, the better it was, and then you had Thaco. It just made sense.
We apologize to any nerds in the audience.
I don't apologize to any Grog nerds in the audience.
Well, let me give you guys a little background while everybody is working on their character. It seems like everybody's got to do a little, so you guys can listen and tap away if you got some questions. Our heroes began their adventure in Cormyr, and they were going to Spearport. Ephraim's mom, the good old Martha, who was a badass, and we all know it. Ephraim was anyways, made you guys take casks of wine to Spearport. Before that, of course, you guys might have tortured somebody.
That would be wrong.
Joined a thieves guild, named the Silver Rapiers.
Mercenary group.
Baby.
Start a fight with some elves on your way to Spearport. About stepping on a cockroach. And
Yeah, I remember that.
asking them to do an elven drinking contest when they know that. And when they investigated, and they went there to investigate, first join the festival and investigate the mine. They went to the mine, found out that there was a secret sanctum of the elf shitter clan, the dwarves, who had sealed away an ancient item by the Chaos Lord, who was trying to overthrow the gods by putting in power his Lords of Chaos. Four generals who were going to replace the Four Horsemen, which he nicknamed the Lords of Chaos. They went in there and found the Heart of Chaos and put it in a bag and brought it here to Waterdeep to a wizard by the name of Darna, who is now keeping it safe, and they're waiting for him to find out where the corpse of said Chaos Lord is, since he has been locked away secretly somewhere. When they arrived, they run into some people, Stinky Feet, and Mina, who is a member of the Assassin Guild, as well as Breaker and other people who are equally, and White Wolf, who is the leader of the guild here.
Yep.
They did join Mina with fun and good times.
Mm-hmm.
And what was not a drought orgy at all? Nope.
Wasn't a BDSM orgy at all.
And shenanigans ensued, but right now, last time we left our party members, Mina woke up Mary to go downstairs to see Samantha Heartstone, which is Jason ran across during his travels. And he said Jason has to make things right with his family.
Yes.
That he has been seen hanging around without chaperone with Samantha Heartstone in some certain places. And because of that, his child is no longer eligible to be married to the noble families.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so either Jason has to come and say that he didn't do anything, and the only way he can be believed is if he beats Samantha's father in a duel.
Yes,
Otherwise,
duel.
he has to marry Samantha Heartstone to make it right.
Knowing Jay, it could go either way.
The only reason he is not dead right now is because Lady Winter, the leader, the pirate captain, or of the Silver Rapiers, has fooled everybody in Waterdeep, saying that Jason is her son. So that is why he's still alive. Otherwise, he would have been killed a long time ago because he was a peasant. So don't mess with lords and ladies. That's not. So we leave the party with Marie sitting in Mina's seat and Hearthstone leaving. Stingfish was there. Brad Smoke is asleep upstairs. Is what last time we left.
Okay.
Well, that happened. As we're both stirring at our drinks respectively.
Yes, that definitely happened. As soon as Hearthstone leaves the inn, I get down off of the seat and go find another seat to go sit in.
Probably
I don't feel right sitting there.
It's a sign of wisdom, but that's okay. Okay, so we're now. So Marie, are we in a whole bunch of trouble or what?
Well, technically, it's what is his character's name? Ephraim. It's the one damn one I can't remember. Ephraim. Technically, Ephraim is in trouble. We are just sort of bystanders at the moment.
Yeah, but I know his ma. I like her, but I know what you can do, and she'll do to us if we don't get him out of trouble.
Sooner or later, he is going to have to learn to stand on his own.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a story for another time. I believe I'm going back to bed.
I think I will join you, but not in the way you think.
Sounds good.
Please, mammals. That's all I'm going to say.
It's cute the way you almost blush through those scales.
Nah.
Cloud of daggers.
Shading.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Is that what scent would a Sorial give off for embarrassment?
Good question. Let's find out by looking it up in the book. One moment. Yes, there is a book.
And you can buy it now on dmsguild.com.
We'll save the shilling for another time. If we start, I'm just saying. Okay. There's no actual smell for embarrassment per se, but I'm going to say nervousness and worry is close enough, so I'll smell faintly of ham.
Anybody else smell bacon?
I know not what you're talking about. This bacon.
We'll have to try that tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah.
So I go. Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, okay. So I go back to my room. As the first thing I do is I wave Stingfish in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing I do is make sure that there's nobody else in my room.
That is a good idea.
Besides the two drow that are following you?
Besides the two drow that are following me. Yeah, and like...
well, dude, it's Scott and Murray. It's to be expected. They're part of the establishment.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
No, there are two drow females. There. Mina's... Mina is there. She's waiting.
Yeah, Mina's there. Well, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have fun?
A little, yeah.
Glad. Now everybody will think that Mina is a gnome. That's going to be awesome.
I'm sure it'll do wonders for your reputation.
Indeed. Well, I can see that you're busy. She lays her hand and she walks out the door. Sorry to bother you.
It's all right. Have yourself a good evening.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door.
Yeah.
Once I'm sure that she's gone and the two drow are gone, close the door, close the window.
You're about to speak. I go like this. Hang on, as I listen.
Ed, roll me for good old perception. Ooh.
As far as I can, do I hear anything that sets off yield sorial sense, for lack of a better term?
Sorial senses are tingling.
You can hear someone slightly breathing at the door.
Okay, I go like this before you speak. I go there. I go up to the door. Does it open inwards or outwards?
Inwards. Or G.
I talked. Okay. I do a baby motion for Marie to go up to the door. I'm gonna kind of have my weapon ready to go, but not out, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna crack open the door just ever so slightly.
I'll have the two hand crossbows just sort of out and casual.
Okay. You see Mina with the cup like this? She looks at you like, damn, you're good.
I appreciate the customer courtesy. I appreciate the professional courtesy.
And it's like, she nods, and the two nod as well, and they walk out. You see them leave.
My father would say it's racist, but damn drow weird.
Yeah. Paranoia is a virtue in this sort of business. Just saying.
I'm starting to understand that.
Okay. Anyways, I close the door. Maybe we should go for a drink. I'm just saying. At this point, we're off the grid.
That's not a bad idea. We should wake up Smoke too.
Yeah, let's get him out there.
And
we're not going to get any sleep tonight at this point.
Yeah, if we can find Ephraim, we should wake him up too.
I think he's busy, possibly getting wedding plans. Let's go take a look. Okay, first.
Damn, that boy works fast.
Yeah, I know.
I get into my traveling business clothes, but I have. Yeah, I get into the traveling business clothes, and I basically have everything on me. So if I had to leave the city in a hurry, I'd be ready.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm in mode. I'm in one eye on the road and one eye in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you go to Ephraim's door. It's closed right now. And when you check the door, it's not locked.
Okay.
You want me to get Ephraim? You get Smoke? Or should we actually know
Probably a good idea. Sure, that works. Yeah. I'm not too worried here. Right now, we're light, therefore we don't need to worry too much about traps.
Mm.
Okay. You guys are in the Thieves Guild's quarters, right?
Yeah. Well, that is it. I no longer feel safe in the Thieves Guild quarters.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
The Salty Wench tavern, and you guys are sleeping in some of the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go stay in that weird tavern after this. I'm gonna stay with those wheeled priests after this.
So who's waking up, Ephraim?
That would be Marie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up Joe because lizards.
All right. So Marie, when you just walk in the door.
I open the door from the outside. The hinges probably don't squeak because it's a Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they're not gonna squeak. But I do open. Gnomes have dark vision, yes?
Yes.
I believe that is true. I take a peek in the room with my dark vision.
Yeah, I remember all of you have dark vision because you guys are turrets. No, kidding.
No. The fact that...
yeah, you open it and you see that the room is empty.
Hmm.
But you see a nice little note hanging on the thing, held down by like a block, like a rock or something.
Okay, I go and check the note.
Sorry, Jason. This is the best Jason. Hey guys, I'm really glad that I had some time to be with you guys, but my friend Samantha invited me to go hunting in one of her cabins out in the forest somewhere. Just me and her. It was really special.
Oh no!
You guys, I really appreciate you guys, but I'm going to be away for a couple of days. Just let you know, no check up on me. That I didn't go missing or anything. I'll be back in the next couple of days. Bye bye now.
And even though it's parchment, he put a smiley face on the bottom.
Yeah. Love Ephraim.
Really doubling down on the premarital associations. I mean, we, which normally we wouldn't care about, but
Yeah.
Given nobles and their feelings about such things, might be a problem.
Between Ephraim and Samantha, nothing happened during the 2 days.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure us gentlemen, but just until we're otherwise, we have to assume the best of our friend. Because he's what's the word? Stupid.
Although I think that means different things for different people. Me assuming the best of my friend means they're totally doing it when they're out in the cabin. I mean, why would they not? What are they actually going to go hunting? What's wrong with them?
Really wish you wouldn't have said that.
Marie, what do you do with this note? You crumple it up and go, or just
I definitely what I picture is the camera is watching her read the note, and you're hearing the voiceover in Ephraim's head, and she just sort of folds it up very carefully, folds it again very carefully, puts it in an inner pocket. Open the window, take the rock, throw it outside, close the window again. Walk out, close the door. Go and find the two Sorials.
Okay.
Definitely an impression of okay. This is just one more thing I have to deal with.
Chris, when you make it over to Smoke's place, you see a little package, a little package in front of Smokes. It looks like a book or something. It looks like a book, packaged up, and it's got a little tag on it that says Smoke on there. That's all it says.
Well, after doing a quick check for traps, because thief, I'm gonna carefully pick up the book and bring it into my buddy, just because might have ordered something that I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Amazon delivers.
Yeah.
Actually, you have
gotta have that. It's called Aurora's.
Screw drones. We have wyverns.
Give me a Constitution save, Smoke.
Okay. What a great way to start.
Oh man.
Oh wait, that's the
Constitution.
Okay.
That's just a check. Here's the. Well, okay. Let's go. Let's just go with that.
All right, 18's good. All right, you're sleeping, but you hear the door opening, so it wakes you up.
Okay.
And you see your buddy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll out quickly and it's you.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't have the sexy scales of your significant other at this point. Yeah. Okay, I smell vaguely of ham and say, we need to talk. We're rounding up the gang. Something's up.
What happened?
We might be related to big people in high places at this point. Relatively speaking, of course.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, I don't know, man. I've met the father, and he looks like, that Samantha chick? Or, no, maybe not chick is not word. Samantha Monkey, there we are. Okay.
Oh yes, full of fervor.
Yeah. Her dad showed up, and I think Ephraim's engaged or something. Some weird mammal custom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, again, that sounds good.
Well, I think it does, but... Oh, and Mina showed up. She says, well, actually, she didn't say much about you.
Didn't say anything about you at all.
Okay.
I think this is when you look at your hand and you realize you have the book.
Oh yeah. You might want to look it over. I don't think it's trapped. I think this is for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's on your door.
Wasn't expecting anything. Let's see if we blow up.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried. I got evasion.
You see it's in cryptic thieves can't, but you do have a book too. Or do you hand it to your friend to translate for you? Or do you want to translate it? Using your handy dandy silver rapier's book.
Sure, I'll try and translate it myself if I can.
Oh yeah. Smoke. It's White Wolf. That you got a knack for bookkeeping. As a trading post in dot 48, I'm going to give you to watch the ledgers. It's all up to you. Make sure we get our cut, 20%. Good luck.
Well, it seems I have a job.
Well, might be a good distraction. What's the job?
Oh, just checking over some ledgers, making sure that a client isn't cheating the guild.
I gotcha. I'll go get my knives.
From what you can tell by the ledger, he's like giving you a trading post to basically run.
Excellent. Okay, so it's not just checking on it isn't checking on the ledgers for somebody else who's been running it. It's actually
you are now running the show. You're on it.
Oh.
So all the books look good from here. So he knows that if something went wrong, it's you.
Okay.
The dang thing.
Yeah, you were the one that you remember looking at the ledger now. You remember this is the one you pointed out. There's some problems with the ledger here. There's like a little discrepancy. Well, now you've been given this ledger from the trading post that you should point out discrepancies.
Oh my.
But I had already pointed out the existing discrepancies, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, but now, you're in charge.
Oh, well, actually, this is a little bit different than what I first thought. More of a managerial post, whereas somebody else will show up with knives if the books are off.
Okay, I'll keep you out of trouble. That's my job. Anyways, Marie and Efren, I think, are meeting us down at the stairs. Something or other. We need to go off the radar at least for a day or so, just to figure out what the hell we're doing.
And Marie, were you going to head towards Smoke's place, or are you going to meet them at the?
I'm heading towards Smoke's place.
Yeah.
And then once you mention, Marie, you hear him go, "We're going to head off a couple of days." You hear that as you're coming in the Smoke's room.
Head into the room. Close the door behind me.
Okay.
Marie.
Hello, Smoke.
So I was hearing something about wanting to keep things on the down low, which may be doable, but I do need to check in at the trading post, make sure that everything is going well.
Trading post?
Yeah, I got a promotion.
Yes. Delightful.
So you're running? Is that a smuggling post, or is that actually legitimate? Is that a smuggler? Sorry, hang on. No, what were we saying? So you're running one of the smuggling posts?
I believe that at this time it is entirely legitimate. I'm sure that favors will be asked, and who am I to turn them down? So,
Well, yeah, of course.
Going forward, that may change.
I'm sure under your leadership it will. Where's this trading post?
That was down in the dock ward, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the docks.
That actually might be a nice place to have a quiet drink. Probably not going to be overheard there.
Shall we?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Where's Efren?
I hand him the note. I was waiting for somebody to ask. I hand Stinkfish the note.
So, Stinkfish, get the note, and you read it, you're like, yes!
You see me roll it up into a ball, put it in my pocket, take a few steps outside, make it a god-awful screech, come back calm. Okay, that happened.
That happened. We're going to want to make sure that we dispose of that note.
Okay. I can do it.
Actually, I was thinking smoking your acid trick might do well with that.
There you go.
Oh. Well.
As I'll read it, since everybody else is gonna.
Yeah. This is somewhat incriminating, yet, if the what is the name of the noble who's all in a fluster about this in the first place?
Well,
Hearthstone is the family name.
Hearthstone.
Reginald Hearthstone.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but Smoke, you don't know this yet, right? They haven't explained the situation.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I hadn't heard about the. Okay.
Yeah. You read the note, not knowing that Hearthstone showed up and said, Reginald Hearthstone said, "My daughter, you gotta marry my daughter." You don't know that because they haven't explained it to you yet.
You either fight me or marry my daughter.
So, seeing the note, I mean, Smoke probably doesn't really give a crap.
Okay, yeah. You want me to get rid of this? I mean, not to be rude or racist, Mary, but monkeys will do what they do, right?
Marie actually for like a half a minute actually laughs at that.
Well, you know,
I can say that's not true.
Yeah, any sentence that begins with "not to be racist" is going to be racist.
It's going to be racist. Have you explained to him what's going on yet?
Not. I wanted to go in a little bit more quieter area to go over the full details.
All right.
I told him that her dad showed up, and that's all that it's.
Okay.
Okay.
If that note exists and someone finds it, then we have less options. That's why I want to destroy it. We can explain a bit more once we're in better lodgings.
Okay. But do you fill me in about Reginald and all that, or?
Absolutely. I got a way to communicate this here.
Okay.
I look you right in the eye, and I release a scent of ham. That is nervousness and worry, and usually I'm pretty easy,
Yeah.
Let's just say it's going to be complicated, and I'll leave it at that.
He doesn't often let his.
Perhaps leaving it that wouldn't be the best.
Okay, well, I'll spell it for you. Her dad showed up, grabbed him, and said, "Marry or else."
Oh.
It's a thing with nobles. If they feel that someone is if someone has actually had sex before marriage, then they are less valuable as a commodity.
I see. Well, if he's willing to marry off his daughter to poor untitled Ephraim, then that can only be to the good. Yes. I mean, there's complications, but.
There's the main complication being that it'd be pretty easy to prove that he's poor and untitled. I don't think Mr. Hearthstone is exactly aware of that yet.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which means we either get a boatload of money really fast, or we make sure that if he does get into a duel, he wins, or at least enough to not die in the experience, if you catch my meaning.
Or
he seems like a bit of a hard-tempered monkey, like a better term.
No, Marie, you were specifically told the reason why he's not dead is because Lady Winter vouched that Ephraim was her son.
Yeah.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, and I let them know that because that's. I assumed we all knew that. My bad.
Okay. No, it's part of the fun of role playing.
Lady Winter is the one who. Lady Winter is lending Ephraim her title by saying that he's her son.
Well, that's generous.
It is very generous, and I don't think she's doing it out of the goodness of her heart.
Well,
makes me even more suspicious.
Yeah. What an angle in a thieves' guild? Who'd have thunk?
I know, right? Anyway,
I have to say that my take on it is, as soon as Ephraim does show up, we need to get a priest and cement that right away. I mean, that way Ephraim may even survive the whole experience. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oddly enough, of the two, that's the one that worries me the least. I'll explain in more detail, because let's just say we had a visitor on top of the other visitor.
Yeah, we definitely want to get out of this here before we start discussing details.
Yeah. I assume we're doing this as we're walking towards the trading post.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm definitely keeping the discussion about the details to a minimum while we're anywhere that we can be overheard.
Yeah, I'm looking around, doing my usual thing.
There's nothing quite like being woken up out of a deep sleep by a drow assassin to turn on the paranoia.
Yeah, and she was going, I'm just going to leave this knife right here. I'm not going to kill you, but you don't know that.
So,
or am I?
The trading post is on Warehouse 48. I mean, it's near Warehouse 48, which is on Dock 17. Okay. So now the reason that's important, that dock 17 can house about 10 or 20 ships, give or take how big they are. But whatever unloads from that dock goes to that warehouse and your trading post. So the trading post deals in bulk goods. So people from the shops from the city come to you to pick up bulk goods that you just unloaded from the dock, from the warehouse behind you. And your trading post is like, hey, how many pallets of raw metal do you want, or whatever came in inside the warehouse. And so your warehouse has tons of spices, grain, corn, textiles. But the trading post is where the stuff goes down. Hey, and some people just trade straight commodities. Hey, I have this tons of silk for this. I'll trade you this silk for that. Because you can put it on a ship then and send it somewhere. So however you want to do that is up to you, but that's what it's called, trading post. You arrive there. It's bustling. There's a lot of people. Right now you see a total of 4 people there and 2 workers. One of them, which is Stinky Feet, carrying boxes, pushing boxes on pallets and stuff, and pushing boxes on these carts and stuff.
I look to the 2 sorrows. And I just 1 second. I see if I can sneak up on Stinky Feet.
All right. Roll a stealth check.
Roll a stealth check.
Give yourself advantage. Okay.
Nice.
Damn.
All right. So, yeah, you sneak on him. Yeah, he's not paying attention. He's pulling the cart.
Okay. I wait till he stops or like I wait till he like stops or like looks like he's taking a break.
Yeah, he's stopping, getting ready to unload the cart.
Looks like you're shirking, boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Oh.
Stinkfeet, how you doing?
Doing good, ma'am. Just working off my debt. That's all I'm doing. Just working on keeping my nose clean. Nothing, not stealing any underwear.
Good.
God, I remember that.
I'm glad to hear that, especially that second part.
Yeah, they came by. There was a halfling running the show, and White Wolf and Breaker came and took him away. He hasn't been back yet, so I'm kind of worried.
Oh, don't worry. He won't be.
I've got a feeling he's not coming back.
Oh, okay. Well, good to hear, I guess. I'm just going to load this crate. Is that okay, Marie?
That's okay. I just kind of take a look around, make sure no one else is listening in.
Yeah, well, they're busy working, so
okay.
Whether or not they're paying attention.
Listen, Stinkfeet, definitely keep your nose clean, but also keep your ears open, all right? We might need any information you can gather here on the docks.
He does this number.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks in Gnome.
Ah, okay.
He goes, the halfling was hiding some red weed spice under the floorboards. About 6 cases. Wasn't paying again. Around and he grabs the box and he walks off. See you later, Marie.
See you. Boy's got a nice accent.
Kid.
What was that part?
Oh, he's a good kid.
No. Before that, in that gobbledygook language.
We should probably check out your office. I think there might be some interesting things to examine there.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
As am I.
Yeah, you go back to the office behind in the warehouse. There's a little office space where you can see the warehouse area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's really noisy, so if you're in the office, no one can hear you outside. It's just too much noise.
Okay.
Excellent. Stinkfish, apparently there's something hidden under the floorboards here. We should take a look for it.
Okay, let's start doing some snooping.
Yeah.
Let's go for the obvious one. Check it for traps, because...
All right, go ahead.
Even a trapdoor.
Trap door. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Ah! Okay.
Is it an advantage? I mean, since we're alerted to the idea that there is something under the floorboards?
Sure, I'll give you advantage.
Okay, that was surprisingly generous, Elio. Thank you.
If you would have asked before you rolled, I mean, next time, just one time.
My bad. Okay.
One time. Be nice one time. Be nice one time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's you can tell that there's when you see the trapdoor, it's hidden underneath the desk area. And you see a little spring there, and you see the crossbow in the corner of the room pointed. And you just reach up and unload the, you just pull the string and it doesn't fire,
Yeah. Yoink.
And you see this. Yeah, you open it up and you see this 6 blocks of this red weed looking type of stuff. Which you know that this is contraband and illicit type of magical drug.
Mm.
And people like to smoke it.
Yeah. That's called red weed. It's got a bit of magic to it. It's definitely not something that you would bring into the city legally.
Oh.
Apparently, your the person who formerly owned your chair was hiding it.
Yes, that was not on the books. Thank you, Stingfish. I think we'd best quietly get this to the guild sooner rather than later. I wouldn't want to upset the higher ups, especially right away.
It's your first day on the job.
So which one of the 6 people are you gonna have take this?
Oh no, we are going to do it personally.
Okay.
I think I'm not, yeah.
I think it's best not to keep this within the house until we know what the hell we're with.
Yeah, I don't know my employees yet. It is, the one that we trust the most is Stinky Feet, and I know that he can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's got some weird. Yeah.
All right. So you pack the weed and into bags, and you're free to talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, I think our best bet is go for sacks. I'll watch the. Well, maybe. Does the door open inside or outside?
It opens out.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, we'll pack it into like a sort of a larger box with whatever the equivalent of coffee is or something else that will cover any odor.
Yeah,
all right.
Don't want to be caught by the cops today.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So you have a box of coffee about this big, about that big, and you stuff it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We might also want to. I'm just at this point. I'm just thinking about shits we have in the game that might buy us some favors if we need them.
Yeah. Yeah, let's play it clean, at least until we know what the hell we're doing with, especially with everything else happening.
Yeah.
Let's not piss off everybody at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. or piss off everybody at the same time and then leave.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, in this modern day of teleportation, we wouldn't want that.
That's true.
Looking for a crystal ball for the rest of my life on the other end.
Well, we may not be able to go back on that one now.
Yeah.
All right. So, the problem is Ephraim. It's hot, strong. This hot stone fella wants him to marry wants Ephraim to marry his daughter. If that's what the boy wants, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't think Papa Hotstone going to be happy when he finds out that Ephraim not nearly as titled as he thinks he is.
No, but after they're hitched, it's less of a problem.
That true. Is there a way we can turn this to our advantage?
Yeah. Think I got an idea. Might be able to metaphorically kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I want to get Mina involved in this whole scenario.
Oh, how so?
I want her to be the second of Ephraim at the thing, because then it'll get interesting.
That would definitely be interesting if we decide they want to. If we decide they want a duel.
Yeah. I don't want her physically involved per se, but I think it would help with a couple of favors on that end and this end and that end, if you catch my meaning. Plus, she's already a highfalutin person in society, is what I'm thinking.
She is. Although, according to her, Hotstone now thinks that I'm her. But I honestly don't know whether he's fooled by that or not. I mean, the man doesn't seem to be incredibly dense.
I think it's worth to some. It's a matter of when, if not a matter of if, when he figures it out. So we better make sure we have a plan B, because I'm just saying, something's going to happen.
Yeah. I did have a thought.
Okay.
Because you still have a dagger that Mina gave you, right?
I do.
If Mina is Ephraim's, if it is a duel, and Mina is Ephraim's second, then I mean we shouldn't actually kill Hotstone.
No, that would just make a mess of everything.
That would make a mess. But we could make it look like someone tried to kill Hotstone.
Although it might be interesting to look into how do they handle these things? The order of succession.
That is a good point. Do I happen to know off the top of my head what the order of succession is in Lords here?
Like, does primogeniture actually exist in this thing? Because otherwise we might be barking up our wrong tree here, at least until we know what we can do about the people involved.
Hang on.
We're going by the kind of a little bit of the British kind of southern way of doing the duel thing, where the succession is if the person that is dueling cannot duel either by injury or sickness or runs away, the second is there to handle the duel. So if the second is there and the person who initiated the duel isn't there, then the second has to step in. That's when you ask someone to be your second, they step in for you to duel the person.
Yeah. But only if the first person isn't there. It's not a thing where the second automatically fights. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is not forced to fight because the second can say that I step down from the fight. Then the person then has to. Then whatever happens after that. Whoever loses the duel loses.
Yeah.
But the second isn't forced to fight, but the only excuse you could have for Jason not is if he's extremely injured, cannot duel, or incapable, like he's in a wheelchair, sick, or dead, or something like that,
or actually died before the actual duel takes place.
Yeah, or he's not there. Like he ran out of town. He's gone.
Like Everett's a lot of things, but he ain't a coward.
Yes. Well, do we know how formidable the Elder Hearthstone is?
That's an excellent question.
Always assume a 40-year-old man who's been an adventurer at least once in his life, and he actually looked like he knew how to use his weapons. Assume they might be above our pay grade, at least until we find out more information.
That's not a bad idea. It's something I could probably find out.
Yeah.
How did the rules of succession work? If Hearthstone dies in the duel, who inherits his property, his title, etc.?
If it would be Samantha.
Excellent.
Right.
Interesting.
She's old enough, but his wife would technically still be the owner, in a sense.
Yes.
Samantha would be his wife would become like, a secondary thing. Like Samantha would like have complete control. Her mom could still overrule her on something, but Samantha would basically be in charge.
It becomes complicated.
Yeah. That being said, it might win us a few favors, or at least a little bit looser leash in case we have to get out of Dodge.
It's true. On the other hand, it will not win us any favors with Samantha. As far as I could tell, she actually at least enjoyed her pants. So,
yeah, a good point. Let's keep the bloodshed to a minimum, just until we know what the lay of the land is. Last thing we want to do is find out they're secretly holding some unspeakable evil from beyond the grave in their friggin' catacombs.
On the
sort of paddle bones, because that happens on a regular basis.
On the other hand, it might not be a bad idea to be prepared. Say, should the Elder Hearthstone insist on a duel and outmatch Ephraim, if it should just so happen that Ephraim, without his knowledge, were to get a substance on his blade that helped out, it could make all the difference.
That is definitely a good plan to keep in reserve.
I think I can help him, and we can make sure that we're not easily implicatable. All I need is a mirror, and make sure it's done at high noon.
Okay. I think dueling is usually at high noon, is it not? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the hell. Who knows?
Yeah.
Dueling rules in this area are complicated. There are bard schools just devoted to that.
Yeah.
All right. So if it comes to a duel, well, we've got some options there.
Yeah.
I certainly would rather not see the young idiot die.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially not to go down for some damned bandy-legged noble. Now,
yeah. Plus, I'd have to report it to his ma, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I would be honor bound on that one.
Right. So, is there any way we can use this to increase our own stand-in in the Silver Rapiers?
I think there's an option. Like I said, the big trick is we can probably play the big play here. If we can entwine the Assassin's Guild with this noble family at the same time while making sure we get our cut, everybody benefits. We create a win-win-win that we end up with a hefty profit in the process. That's what I'm thinking.
I like this idea.
Yes.
Especially if it involves tricking people. Especially if it involves tricking nobles.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I'm just thinking the best thing to do in this situation here is to basically play it on the level until it ends up going tits up, or mammals up, or whatever they call it.
It's usually ass up, but okay, we understand.
Nah, no worry. These lexicons, yeah. So what I'm thinking the best thing to do is, at this point, if it's British dueling law, which, okay, I'm thinking we need at least 2 witnesses, and we're basically to be witnesses in this situation here because that's plan A. I want Mina involved as kind of an envoy here, as an impartial third-party observer if she's not a second, because I'm sure she can figure out a way to make money off this thing.
Probably.
And just by being invited in this situation here, it would earn us a favor in the long run of things when it comes to improving our overall social standing. Right. Then we let our Silver Raver head, what's-his-face, also in on the situation here.
White Wolf?
White Wolf. Just to make sure everybody's there as far as on the SID label. Plan A is just play it straight. Okay. It might be a wedding. They might just simply be witnessing things. I'll buy them a freaking gift. I'll buy them whatever they buy for mammals. I think it's rings or something.
Rings, yeah, typically. Or fancy meats. That's another thing that's typical at fancy weddings, I hear.
Meats, like meat.
Now, that's so. Well.
Yeah.
So what happens if Ephraim doesn't want to fight this guy and doesn't want to get married?
Well,
it's really difficult because then we're between a rock and a hard place. Plan B would have to be, we'd have to create a disturbance, and unfortunately, I pull my knife out. It's probably going to be involving this thing. I'm going to have to plant it somewhere on somebody at the wedding. I would prefer to plant it as opposed to actually stab anybody there because it gives us plausible deniability. I got to do
the best,
and then we can go there. It sucks pulling on one hell of a knife, but at the same time, I'll make sure it's properly wiped, put it on the right person, maybe put it in somebody's drawer, kind of like in a knife thing, and maybe with some sort of note saying, we attack at dawn or something fun like that, creating paranoia within the actual thing here. Then they will go full paranoia. They'll probably end up putting the Trump squad. Mina won't respond well to that, to put it mildly. And then in the chaos that ensures, we get the hell out of Dodge.
But if poor Ephraim has reservations, I'm sure that we can be persuasive as to the absolute necessity for him to play ball. Otherwise, we're all under threat. He wouldn't want that, would he?
Well, worst case scenario, we pull the mom card. We invite her to the wedding.
Oh, we should do that in any case.
I think we should definitely do that anyway. I think that would be very interesting if we did. I think it'll be interesting whether we do or we don't.
Yeah, well, again, I like her, generally speaking. And also, if he's getting married to somebody in company, I want his ma there. Because if nothing else, I know she can bail our ass out of trouble if we end up screwing up slowly. But the other way to measure is, even if Ephraim we can't save, we're saving her ma.
She does want him to marry well, yes?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, then we should invite her right now. I mean, it'll take time for her to arrive. And having her there, expecting such a ceremony may help.
Well, the big question is how much time do we have? Because I don't think there's that teleportation thingy that was in the tower that we managed to get here from the inner seas.
Right.
Should we send a letter back that way just so that she has enough time for turnaround? Because I want her there, even if it's the duel or the wedding.
You want to head out of the way.
Yeah, because that way, at least between her, Mina, everybody here, if nothing else, we're getting all the supporting cast in.
That is also going to mess up with Winter's story that he's her son.
Yeah, but I think it's safe to assume they're not fooling anybody. Nothing personal. But you're not human.
Well, yes. Neither is Ephraim.
No.
Not 100% sure Miss Winters is either.
Yeah, well, probably better not to ask too many questions.
Especially a powerful woman.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking, I don't know Dro customs at all. This is just a guess, but it seems to be, just from what little interpretation I had here, it's based on fear.
Yes, I'm getting that feeling as well.
And
Sounds
honestly, Ifrin's ma might be one of the few people that might scare the crap out of Mina.
Might.
Mama bear. And even if she doesn't, she'd be a good enough distraction if worse comes to worse.
So that's what I've been thinking about. And these are great ideas so far, but what I'm wondering is, if Drow customs are based on fear, how do we make Mina afraid of us? Because ultimately, that's the problem here from my point of view.
Yeah.
She's not scared of us, and she needs to be.
Good question. Now, I'm open to the suggestions here because I've been able to get a drop on her a couple of times, but I think it's more like being amused by a cherished puppy at this point. I think she's going to make me make a decision I'm not going to like.
Well,
it's going to be complications.
Oh, I see. I mean, the alternative to making her fear us is to simply be obedient. And while I don't necessarily enjoy having masters, she is part of...
Cut the crap. I know you. You're going to hold it for, 5 minutes before you decide to do your own thing?
Well, only if it seems wise to do so. I mean, I may be independent-minded, but I'm not suicidal.
No, none of us are. That's why we're having this chat.
Well, the three of us, anyway. I'm not so sure about Ephraim.
No, Ephraim's in his own little world, and that makes things, a little more difficult.
By the way, have we disposed of that note yet?
Please say smoke. Smoke. Torch it, if you haven't already. Or acid it, or whatever.
Well, here's the thing. No, very well.
No, trust me. Dude.
Sure, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm watching just because I know you.
Okay, so
no, I get rid of it.
Yeah, okay.
Is that first you're going to find out where the duel's at, right?
I think that's our first step, is to find out what the hell's happening, because...
Well, at this point, I think we're just trying to come up with contingency plans, because until we know what Ephraim wants to do...
No.
All right, so you're not going to go find out where the duel's at, and where they hold the duel, or what the rule... I mean, like...
I might as well do a quick boning up on the actual rules of the duel, just to be on the safe side.
That's a good idea.
Also, we might want to end up whatever the equivalent is in Waterdeep of the marriage office to find out what the hell these weird cultural practices are as well.
And I'll see if I can. Yeah. I'll see if I can find out if Lord Strongheart's any good at a duel.
Yeah.
All right. So
find out if there's a morgue with a bunch of bodies with it after him.
So, if Ephraim can't decide, what we are going to convince him to do then is go with the wedding?
I think the wedding is the path of least resistance at this point. Plus, then he will be an entitled knight, even if he's considered just essentially a consort. in his own world, in his own worldview. He's the big damn hero he always wanted to be.
You think you'll like the idea of being a knight?
Yeah, and even if he, has to, he'll have the pedigree on top of that. Plus, he will, in his own world, he will consider it making his mother proud.
That's true.
And honestly, I think his mom would put him up to it if he could figure that out. Because even though it's a chaotic situation here, the fact is she would now be married with a connection on top of that. And it would add certain elements. My biggest worry, and this is the big one, we're not going to be able to pay for the damn wedding if he agrees. Just in case. That's a consequence just in its own right there.
Isn't that well, I don't know the customs, but might that not be a father of the bride thing?
It often is, especially with nobles.
Yeah. Do we need to bring back a trophy or something to show the legacy of the love or something fun like that? I
can forge up some papers or something if we need to. Absolutely. I want us all to agree to this now. Absolutely, we will not borrow money from Lady Winter to pay for this wedding. Are we all in agreement on that?
Oh, agree completely.
Yes.
That's the one. Yeah. No. I say let's...
For people to come hunt you down?
Besides, I know what happens to people who don't pay their bills, and honestly, we can't afford it right now. Yeah. We're better off going into a friggin' dungeon and, I don't know, getting random amounts of loot to bring back for the wedding.
Oh, God, those poor saps. Who'd ever want to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
So, before we leave to take care of other business, I would appreciate it if you cherished companions would be willing to back me up as I interview the employees, just to get a baseline, get a feeling for their loyalties.
I got no problem with that.
It's an excellent idea.
Okay, I'll watch the door. You can ask your questions here, and we'll just bring them in one at a time and just do the typical job interview thing, whatever that is.
Okay.
Should we start with Stinky Fate?
We might want to leave him I'd say him in the middle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Give him enough time to sweat.
Yeah.
And I think put the box away while we're doing it.
That's not a bad idea for now. Mm-hmm. Put it back under the floorboards, I guess.
Although it might not be a bad idea to leave the trapdoor slightly open and see if anybody gets really nervous when they notice it.
Yeah, but there's a good chance that the guy that got kicked out, the last thing I'm going to do is advertise their wares in the first place. How many people work here, roughly?
6.
6 altogether.
Okay. If one of them basically set this up, 5 other people will now know about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my paranoia here.
Well, what you know from the ledger, Brett, is there's 4 people that work here full-time. And there's 2 people that come in basically off the street just helping out. And Stinky Feet is one of them. So the other guy that's with Stinky Feet is just like a street urchin, needs some extra cash and come to work. Just like someone comes in we need extra hands.
Yeah.
To unload shit. But the other 4 are full-time employees. So.
Okay.
So you want to...
Should we run the stuff back first, or do you want to do the job interview first?
Let's do the job interview before we go anywhere.
Okay.
And I think maybe cover up that we moved moved anything, just because I want to be able to see where their eyes go when talking around it, to see if they know, if they're willing to tell us, that sort of thing.
Okay, we'll do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So, of the 4 permanent employees, 2 humans, a dwarf, and a gnome. So which one would you like to talk to?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're all
Yeah.
They're all pink to me.
All right. I'll say dwarf first.
Okay.
Sure.
Hey boss, what you need?
Well,
my name,
as the new proprietor, I wanted to make my introductions and just get to know you a little. So,
well, yeah, I'm Emmanuel. Been working here for somewhat like 30 years now.
Excellent.
Seen people come and go.
Oh yes, those human lifespans. And how do you enjoy your work?
Pays bills, keeps food on the table. Don't know why they don't promote me to manager. I've been here long enough. But,
Well,
I guess the owner has his reasons.
Now that there's been a shakeup, perhaps there's an opportunity to improve your station. We'll see.
Okay.
On that track, what are your feelings and dispositions about the call it sub-rasa aspects of this?
What?
Oh, under the table.
Oh. What? I don't know what you mean. Sub what?
Oh,
table?
never mind.
Hey, under the table, like.
It's a weird lizard
It's
sort
under
of
the table,
lexicon.
like.
Just an expression.
Oh.
Can
oh,
I?
you that human over there, and he points to one of the regulars. Bernard is his name. Him and that halfling have been buddy ever since he showed up. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but that Bernard comes up in here and sits up his feet up in on this table every time the halfling shows up. Doesn't work a damn inch. I gotta do twice man work.
Okay. Can I get a sense as to whether or not he's being forthright about this, or?
If you want to roll an insight with advantage.
I do.
What about our beautiful bard?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
Insight is not my skill.
But yeah, then it'll be a wisdom check.
Insight's to tell whether or not someone's lying,
right?
Yeah.
You're like, yep.
True blue.
Yeah, not a chance in it.
We're all looking at each other like, oh, is he looking at
okay. Sounds legit to me.
Well, anyway, you needn't worry. Thank you. I am looking forward to working with you productively in the future.
He nods and who do you call it next? The gnome, the human that he talked about, or the other?
I think the human that he talked about.
He walks in. Oh, what is going on here? Like, I'm just tired of doing all this work. This is horrible. But you're just new around here. Just don't appreciate me for my skill.
Well, it is true that I am new. The business itself is under new management.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted to evaluate the human resources in place and make sure that everything can continue smoothly without problems that might upset those higher up.
Gonna make sure everything's above board, as it were.
Like, I know what you guys are doing here, and like, the halfling promised me like, pretty cool with working with you guys. Whatever, doesn't matter to me. Everything's gonna be this. If you want to know the deal, it's gonna be 60-40. It's just the way it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what exactly would we receive for your 60%?
This stuff.
Does he look at the floorboards as he says that, or?
Well, he looks. Yeah, he looks out and he nods at the warehouse, and then he just kind of looks down where you're sitting.
I see. Well, perhaps an arrangement can be made. However, there was a bit of a discrepancy before that. Again, certain higher ups will be less than pleased with, I believe.
Well, that's because the halfling was stupid. He was trying to skim more off the top than he should have. Like I told him not to, but people do what they want to do, and they're like stupid, Yeah, I mean, the boss is going to be the boss, whoever the hell the boss is. I don't even know shit. Just FYI, something. No one here besides Stinky Feet knows that the Silver Rapier owns this warehouse. So you know that for not to tell anyone.
No. Okay.
It's supposed to be a legitimate business.
Yes, totally.
As far as we can tell, it is legitimate. The red weed is a problem, but we're working on that.
Oh, it's not a problem. It's an opportunity.
Exactly.
All right, continue. Sorry.
So, I understand that your role here is more in terms of connections than dreary labor. Is that accurate to say?
Well, yeah, you gotta have me on the books to pay me, duh. But I ain't lifting one finger anymore, man. The dwarf making me carry too many boxes. Like, how did you see my hand? I got a sticker. Sticker, Ruben.
Well,
Stingfish and I definitely exchanging a couple glances, like.
And you say the prior arrangement was 60-40.
That is the arrangement. If you want to work with me, I mean, like, you don't want to work with me, that's cool, man. Just walk out of here and like take my business elsewhere.
Well,
I politely but calmly closed the door. And sigh.
That just then he realizes that he sweats a little bit. Like I know a lot of important people that can like totally hurt you guys, so I would really reconsider what you're going to say before you do it, because you don't want to go back from a bad location. Run right heads up. You don't want to cross the line.
Oh, I think we can agree that nobody here. I think we can agree nobody in this room wants to cross the line.
Yeah, good. I'm happy. I'm so happy. No, let's see.
Let me see.
What's Smoke gonna do? I wonder.
So bad. I'm gonna let him decide the fate of this guy, one way or the other.
He had an opportunity for sure.
Sorry for the delay.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause while Stingfish and Marie start sharpening their knives.
Are you trying to intimidate?
Oh yes.
Are we all trying to intimidate?
Yeah.
I will aid with the intimidation.
Sure. Okay, it's got to be the guy. It's got to be it's Smoke Joe, man. If he decides for intimidation here,
Sure. I'm okay at intimidation, but it's not one of my more powerful skills.
Well, I definitely appreciate the aid.
Well, friends help each other.
Friends help each other set up good deals with smugglers.
Besides, I just hope we don't meet a. Well, yeah.
All right, Smoke. What are you doing?
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna do a little prestidigitation. Just a quick little image of that's looks just like this fellow, only without any legs. Just with stumps. And then just kind of look away, and it said, "Oh no, I certainly wouldn't want to verbally imply that if we can't come to an arrangement that things would go badly for. Obviously, your friends are scarier than mine.
And certainly, your friends would be willing to follow you through thick and thin. Certainly wouldn't ever consider you a bad investment.
I'm sure they're completely loyal to you.
Roll that intimidate.
All right.
Advantage.
Do I get to help as well, or?
Yeah.
I think that's.
Well,
It's at advantage.
Help. Or just at advantage. That works for me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Ah!
Hopefully.
Yeah, you see him starting to sweat bullets. He's like, all right, so listen. That's it. I don't know if you know who you're messing with, but I'm going to tell you, it is the Black Peacocks, and we are not to be messed with, and we are going to hurt you if you don't comply. I don't know who you think you are. Maybe you think you're like the Silver Rapiers. Oh my God. Or something like that. Those horrible monsters. Monsters. Yeah. Who do you think you are? You just fucking pencil pusher. You skinny necked, beaked face lizard.
I look over at Smoke and I'm like, definitely should not give the secret away. Just
Yeah.
Or maybe we should. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this.
I
just sort of do a minor giggle, which from a freaking pteranodon head really does sound kind of eerie. And there's now a bit of a scent in the room.
What do you say?
I For some reason, you smell just a little bit of lemon.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, it's probably doubled up.
Yeah. Oh, they're both giving off lemon. That's really not good.
No, of course not. We officially would never have or admit to such an association officially.
It would be very dangerous if we were to be officially associated with any such organization.
And that is when your nose, everyone's nose is assaulted with the clear scent of human feces.
Ah.
I hope you're wearing your shitting pants.
What is it with you mammals? And
no control over your
control your bowels.
His eyes just look, and his sweating. He's like, "What are you gonna do to me?" He's like shaking.
It's a human thing, believe me. The first thing we're going to do is make you clean up that chair.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's great.
And there's I see no reason to do anything to you. I mean, we're going to reward you instead with let's say 15% of the profits. That sounds equitable, doesn't it?
He'll just his eyes just like tear up. He's like, they won't go lower than 20. I can't make them go lower than 20. I'm really not good with those guys. They really don't like me, and it's just to me. They just don't work
Okay. I officially need air, man. That makes sense that I've never smelled before, and I don't like it at all.
Hang on, we should still leave that door closed.
Fine.
I
didn't realize they had chemical warfare as part of their building.
The lemon is covering it up quite nicely, though.
Lemon fresh.
Advantage to traveling with the
You see a bald man up here?
Well, he is known as the cleaner for a reason.
Well,
I don't know.
If it was me, Smoke, I would say that if we're talking about 20%, well, we would definitely have to have at least a full hard day's work of labor to make up for the additional money that we're giving out, don't you think?
Oh, that sounds more or less fair. How do you feel about that? I'd say to
You're so much. Please don't hurt me. And just then you hear some tinkling.
Well, perhaps your first task can be to do a bit of a cleanup.
Okay.
Excellent. I'm glad that.
Go get the mop and the bucket. He walks out. And yeah.
Yes, I'm glad that we're in accord.
But yeah.
I can't take another one of these negotiations, man. This is what they do. Like, have some pride.
What is it with you two and people crapping around you around? I don't understand it either.
Sorrel communities are very clean.
Yes. And, perhaps they want to, they feel that it's better to push it out rather than having it ripped out. I don't know.
Maybe.
You see Stinky Pete walk in with the bucket, and the other guy ran.
Ran.
Okay.
He handed me this and took off. And he looks down and is like, God.
Yeah.
Damn. Smells worse than it was down there, man. Start cleaning.
No. Stinky feet. You head back to work. I'll take care of this.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Dude.
Okay, man.
Might be called Stinky Feet, but trust me, it's nearly the best.
I start cleaning it up. No, this is my fault for letting that son of a bitch get away. Damn it. Should have known to run.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the note.
But no.
Oh, I thought he had handed Stinky Feet.
No, he basically just went there.
Okay.
Oh, he handed me the bucket.
Oh, just the bucket. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. We will perhaps need to find him.
The son.
I know what I'll be doing all night. Great.
Well, there are other priorities.
Rest after this.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like our life wasn't complicated enough.
Oh my god.
At least you didn't throw up. If you think this smells bad, vomit.
I don't want to know, man.
Yeah, I wish I didn't know.
Isn't there a sorcerer with like prestidigitation that can clean it up with just a single?
Oh yeah. Let's just do that.
Fine.
Thank you for your incantations.
The interviews or no?
Can we just kind of elide them, like?
Huh?
Can we just like say that we did and maybe do a roll, but rather than like going into detail for the last two, just kind of.
You found your stooge, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll just do a quick 5-minute thing. Stinky Feet gets, we poke him, but generally speaking, he's the most honest one on the cast, which scares the crap out of me. Okay.
That's about right.
Do you tell Stinky Feet about the black
Was it black peacocks? Was it?
The flamingos, black flamingos.
Black flamingos.
Black flamingos.
We should definitely ask him if he knows them, but if he knows them.
Yeah, let's keep it a little bit quiet. I don't want to get him in any more trouble than he probably already is.
He does tell you that it is a small-time guild, a small-time narcotics trade group. But they are, they have no ties with any other guild. They just sell narcotics to the guilds that want to.
Should we draft him? Shoot him over?
Do the rapiers deal in narcotics at all?
You can ask them. As far as your book tells you, they're merchants, so they might. I don't know. Some might, probably. But whether or not the silver rapiers here would do it, if they do, they want to get paid.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I'd say let's give it to the boss and let him decide, I guess, at this point. Because honestly, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Technically, at this point, I nod over at Smoke. Technically, at this point, he is the boss. At least here.
Yes, but let's not take too wrong a step. Let's make sure that Winter is informed as to both the opportunities and other parts of the situation.
Yeah,
that's an excellent point.
Yeah. Considering we may need his help at some later point involving a wedding and/or duel, let's keep it on his good side.
So you're gonna go back to the Salty Wench and talk to White Wolf?
Yeah. So just that we're clear before we leave. So the plan is we're gonna convince Ephraim to marry.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try and find a way to turn this to our advantage, so that we can up our standing in the guild, not just our renown, but our standing as people to be respected.
Yeah.
And we're not sure exactly how to do that yet.
Okay.
Is that where we're sitting?
Mostly what we're going to do is we're going to try to wheel deal the hell out of the situation here and hopefully end up on top in some way, shape, or form. Beyond that, we don't know the details. Unfortunately,
Right.
like we've done everything from attempted assassination attempts that aren't really to trying to basically get everybody to sit down at the table and try not to kill each other. Okay, now my question to you guys is, are we going topside, the roofs, or the sewers?
We'll get in this back.
Yes.
I haven't gone on the roofs in a while. That might be interesting.
Okay.
The roofs?
How doable is that?
Not really. I mean, the houses are tight together, but
well, dude,
up the roofs. You might be able to do it. I mean, Stingfish probably do it, but whether or not you guys' acrobatics checks are good would be. And if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just letting you know.
No.
There's the fact. Sorry, and there's the fact I think that we are like the 3 characters in the group who all have a strength of 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take at least 2 of us to carry this thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you just walk back. You take the back alleys then.
We're gonna take it quiet. We're gonna take it subtle. We're not gonna attract attention. Basically, we're nonchalant. If we have a cart, maybe we should throw in there with a bunch of hay just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
I must have a cart around here somewhere.
Yeah, nothing serious. Maybe throw some other goods on there just to be on the safe side.
Ooh.
Yeah. How heavy is it?
Oh.
And then maybe get Stinky Feet to pull it. Oh, wait.
Don't interrupt the boy's work. He's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you make it back.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry. I'm going to use my disguise kit.
Yay!
Because I have an opportunity to use my disguise kit.
Sure.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to disguise it as a load of hay.
All right. Roll your disguise.
Sorry. I just realized how stupid that sounds when I said it out loud.
Are you kidding?
14.
Nice.
So you head back to the tavern or to the Salty Wench.
Mhm.
The White Wolf is in his office when you arrive with the box. Smoke. So you got my ledger.
Yes, thank you. I very much appreciate the opportunity. And the initial on-site evaluation turned up something interesting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Marie and myself drag the thing, seeing as we both have a strength of 10, over there.
That's better than me. I actually have an 8.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dramatic reveal.
I love copy. He looks at it like he sees the contents and he nods. Huh. That's unfortunate.
Well, for someone, yes.
You know who it was?
So far it looks like it was the halfling itself and one. What was the guy's name? Did we get it? Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah.
Bernard.
That's what I wrote down.
And we did conduct some negotiations as to the possibility of further business that would, of course, be that the guild would have its full share of. However, after agreeing poor Bernard seemed like he wanted to take a little break. So, I was thinking that perhaps we could, at some point, maybe not today, but at some point, take a little stroll by the Black Flamingos and make sure that things go forward smoothly henceforth. What do you say?
The Black Flamingos in charge of that, huh? Why would we buy from them? We freaking get our own Drake from the source. Stupid. Why would we cut them in our piece of action, right? Hey, but curious of how much is in the warehouse that's contraband. I'll send a couple of guys down with you, Smoke. It costs money to shut down the warehouse for the day, but I feel like seeing if we find more contraband to try to get rid of it is probably the best course of action at this point.
Yes. Well, perhaps after the business day is concluded, we could have a look-see just to make sure that there isn't anything else.
While you're talking, he's writing something down on a piece of paper, like a wet quill, real fast, and he rolls it up and he tapes it down and gets a seal out. He hands it to Stingfish. Take that to the brothel. You're needed there.
Fine, I get it. Okay, I think I know where this is headed. Okay, guys, would you mind tagging for this? This might not be pretty.
They just want you to
Okay, I'm going down. I think I know what this is headed.
Good luck, my friend.
Okay.
Hey, don't let him make you do anything you don't want to do.
That's a really good sentiment, but probably a lousy practical application.
Yes, perhaps the better advice would be to do exactly what they asked.
Okay. Well, I got to go down there with the piece of paper. Yeah.
All right, so Brad, you're going to go with a couple of guys that I will to send with you, and then Ray, what do you want to do?
I think I'm going to spend some time in. Let's see. The fancy part of town is the Castle Ward, right?
Yes, sir.
Can I get into inns in the Castle Ward?
Yeah, you can walk around the Castle Ward, but certain places are off limits.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find any inns in the Castle Ward, or on the outskirts of the Castle Ward. I'm looking for information about Lord Heartstone. I want to see if Reggie Heartstone is still a good duelist or whether he's gotten bad with age.
Great. And that sounds like a great place. Take a break.
I was just thinking that. All right. So we'll be back shortly. Please stick around and or click on the next video. It'll be awesome.